Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ya Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sayyidi, as you mentioned that the spiritual battlefield is about opposing the love of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, are some Muslims unknowingly being part of this battle by following an incorrect Aqidah? And is it similar when Muslims came against Imam Hussain alayhi salam?
Yeah, I think it's exactly the same, and that's how we teach it. Everybody is developing a Yazid, and the Yazid in them is being trained by shayateen in their aqeedah, in the listening through their eyes, their ears, to what? To come against the Prophet, to come against the Ahlul Bayt, to come against the holy companions, everything. You put out a nasheed on Imam Ali and all of a sudden all these Yazids who they call themselves Sunnis, they're saying all sorts of bizarre things, and this is a Khalifa. What are you talking about? This is not an Iranian. Imam Ali is from Quraysh and Medina, he's a Sunni Khalifa. But the Yazid has been trained like a wild dog to now start to bite, but you're biting the wrong hand, and this is to the detriment of their own soul. So this is the dangers of the last days, that the people are now coming against, and they come against the Prophet and they don't understand the key, and they keep making these bizarre comments, and it's a horrible field of fitna and ignorance when they describe that there would be a second Jahiliyyah, and that's now. The nation isn't in a state of knowing, it's an immense state of not knowing and incorrect belief. And that's why the importance of nasheed, the importance of the articles, the importance of the dawah, because it spreads love, it spreads a respect and ihtiram, and it has a du'a on it. And the du'a and the madad and support, that madad and support is an energy. As soon as somebody turns that on, that energy begins to dress them, enter into their hearts and enter into their being, and that energy begin to flow into their veins and into their blood. So these are immense realities, and you can see when it hits people how they react. If the blood is good and the heart is clean, they say, oh, this is so beatific, this is so beautiful, this is amazing. But if the shayateen are inside, like a palace that's been overtaken, it's no longer heavenly palace, it's a palace occupied by devils. So imagine now an angel appears at the door of that palace praising upon Prophet, what do you think the inhabitants of that palace are going to say? Screaming, throwing, spitting, doing every kind of horrible character. Why? For what? Oh, because a message from the heavens has come to the door. So that's exactly the reality, that's exactly the power. The nasheeds are not something for entertainment, the nasheeds are loaded. They put upon the nasheeds the du'as, the information, the realities. Just open the door. You like the sound? Open the door. Once the door is open, they're coming in, and that's all that's important. Just like we've taught everybody else how shaitan does his bad work. Sure, he puts his message in and tries to go after the youth, and once they start to listen, you enter into their heart and into their mind and say, oh, this song it sort of resonates with me, to go harm myself, to go change my appearance, to be bad with women whom are mothers and sisters and daughters. You don't think shaitan was using that weapon? And then the people of Rahman just sitting on the sideline and saying, whoa, this haram, haram, what haram? Get off the floor and get up and go do something. You don't see how shaitan is attacking and going after everyone? And you can only sit on the sideline and talk about this and talk about that. This is the Ahl Sharia people. What's the purpose of that? You see on a field that your team is being slaughtered, and you sit on the sideline with two other people and saying, "The haram, is haram, this haram." And what did you do to stop that? Stop what's happening to the children? Nothing, they do nothing. They just sit on the side and comment. No, but tariqas, they have a haqqaiq and a reality that no, enter into that field. Start making nasheeds, start putting praisings, go after their ears, go after their hearts, go after their minds with the goodness and the kindness and the loving example. Not only about Allah, because Allah doesn't need it, but what Allah wants from us is make sure they love Muhammadan Rasulullah. That's where people are wrong. Allah doesn't need anyone to guide to Allah. Allah wants from Islam is to guide people to Muhammadan Rasulullah. They change all the teachings. Listen to them when they go to the park and they say, "Oh, munafiq is one who came against Allah." Who's telling the real reality? No, the munafiq is not the one who came against Allah. The munafiq is the one who came against Muhammadun Rasulullah. Allah doesn't need anyone to believe in Him. He wants these nations and creation believe in Muhammadun Rasulullah. Why? Because there must be a door to that reality. When you come through the correct door, every heart and every home has a door. When you come through that door, only Muhammadun Rasulullah will perfect you. Why? Dress you, give you good character, give you good manners and present you to Allah. Why Allah wants gorillas jumping through the window to come to His presence? Right? Isn't that how we teach and we're giving examples? Yeah, well Allah doesn't want gorillas. He said, no, animals they burn them, put them in punishment. What Allah wants and expects from creation is, go to the door of my beloved. This is why I have created His reality. As soon as you go to the door of the beloved, now is guarded by the people of ulul albab, which Allah mentions, they are people of the door. So why Allah's mentioning the people of a door, then they mistranslate the door again to manipulate and deceive people with the Qur'an. Who are the category of ulul albab? Who are the men of the door? They must be standing at a door, there must be a door, and behind that door is the presence of Muhammadun Rasulullah, the city of Muhammadun Rasulullah, in which you enter and begin to wash you, begin to cleanse you, begin to tarbiyah and train you with beatific heavenly characters. So that your fragrance and beatific Muhammadiyun at that time Prophet changes your light, changes your vibration and begins to present you to the Divinely Presence. But people think this like a crazy bazaar, they come from every direction and they're just going to run with all their wildness and dirtiness into the Divinely Presence. But that's not how it works. And that's why the kalima tawheed is a line, it's not a bar. It's La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah is from heavens and this rope comes down to creation through Muhammadun Rasulullah, means you have to climb up, you have to enter in to the reality of Muhammadun Rasulullah and climb up to the reality. Alhamdulillah. Anyone who has that belief, the shaykhs who understand that reality, then of course then every understanding of Qur'an is going to be something different that they're going to teach to people, inshaAllah.